A note from the chef. Don't get me wrong, I love the restaurant business. Hell, I'm still in the restaurant business. A lifetime classically trained chef who, an hour from now, will probably be roasting bones for demi-glace and butchering beef tenderloins in a cellar prep kitchen on Lower Park Avenue. I'm not spilling my guts about everything I've seen, learned, and done in my long and checkered career as a dishwasher, prep drone, fry cook, grillardine, saucier, sous chef, and chef because I'm angry at the business or because I want to horrify the dining public. I'd still like to be a chef too, when this thing comes out, as this is the only life I really know. If I need a favor at 4 o'clock in the morning, whether it's a quick loan, a shoulder to cry on, a sleeping pill, bail money, or just someone to pick me up in a car in a bad neighborhood in the driving rain, I'm definitely not calling up a fellow writer. I'm calling my sous chef, or a former sous chef, or my saucier, someone I work with or have worked with over the last 20 plus years. No, I want to tell you about the dark recesses of the restaurant underbelly, a subculture whose century-old militaristic hierarchy and ethos of rum buggery and the lash make for a mix of unwavering order and nerve-shattering chaos. Because I find it all quite comfortable, like a nice warm bath. I can move around easily in this life. I speak the language. In the small, incestuous community of chefs and cooks in New York City, I know the people, and in my kitchen, I know how to behave. As opposed to in real life, where I'm on shakier ground. I want the professionals who read this to enjoy it for what it is. A straight look at a life many of us have lived and breathed for most of our days and nights to the exclusion of normal social interaction. Never having had a Friday or Saturday night off, always working holidays, being busiest when the rest of the world is just getting out of work, makes for sometimes a peculiar worldview, which I hope my fellow chefs and cooks will recognize. The restaurant lifers who read this may or may not like what I'm doing, but they'll know I'm not lying. I want the readers to get a glimpse of the true joys of making really good food at a professional level. I'd like them to understand what it feels like to attain the child's dream of running one's own pirate crew. What it feels like, looks like, and smells like in the clatter and hiss of a big city restaurant kitchen. I'd like to convey, as best I can, the strange delights of the language, patois, and death's head sense of humor found on the front lines. I'd like civilians who read this to get a sense, at least, that this life, in spite of everything, can be fun. As for me, I have always liked to think of myself as the Chuck Wepner of cooking. Chuck was a journeyman contender, referred to as the Bayonne Bleeder back in the Ali Frazier days. He could always be counted on to last a few solid rounds without going down, giving as good as he got. I admired his resilience, his steadiness, his ability to get it together, to take a beating like a man. So it's not Super Chef talking to you here. Sure, I graduated CIA, knocked around Europe, worked some famous 2-star joints in the city, damn good ones too. I'm not some embittered hash slinger out to slag off my more successful peers, though I will when the opportunity presents itself. I'm usually the guy they call into some high-profile operation when the first chef turns out to be a psychopath, or a mean megalomaniacal drunk. This book is about street-level cooking and its practitioners. Line cooks are the heroes. I've been hustling a nicely paid living out of this life for a long time. Most of it in the heart of Manhattan. The bigs. So I know a few things. I've still got a few moves left in me. Of course, there's every possibility this book could finish me in this business. There will be horror stories, heavy drinking, drugs, screwing in the dry goods area, unappetizing revelations about bad food handling and unsavory industry-wide practices, talking about why you should probably not order fish on a Monday, why those who favor well done get the scrapings of the bottom of the barrel, and why seafood frittata is not a wise brunch selection. It won't make me any more popular with the potential future employers. My naked contempt for vegetarians, sauce on the ciders, the lactose intolerant, and the cooking of the Ewok-like Emeril Lagasse is not going to get me my own show on the Food Network. I don't think I'll be going on ski weekends with Andre Saltner anytime soon, or getting a back rub from that hunky Bobby Flay. Eric Repair won't be calling me for ideas on tomorrow's fish special. But I'm simply not going to deceive anybody about the life as I've seen it. It's all here. The good, the bad, and the ugly. The interested reader might, on the one hand, find out how to make professional-looking and tasting plates with a few handy tools, and on the other hand, decide never to order the moule marinara ever again. Tant pis, man. For me, the cooking life has been a long love affair, with moments both sublime and ridiculous. But like a love affair, looking back when you remember the happy times best, the things that drew you in, attracted you in the first place, the things that kept you coming back for more. I hope I can give the reader a taste of those things and those times. I've never regretted the unexpected left turn that dropped me in the restaurant business, and I've long believed that good food, good eating, is all about risk. Whether we're talking about unpasteurized Stilton, raw oysters, or working for organized crime associates, food, for me, has always been an adventure.